All right, folks, welcome back. It is day 158 with Duolingo Japanese. Today we had a flip schedule. We're doing a review for Duolingo Chinese. And now we're back to our Japanese lesson, trying to squeeze it in. Once again, MAKU desu. Konnichiwa. Yokoso. So, what are we gonna do now? Do I want to do a recall? Okay, let's do a recall. Keep ourselves honest, right? Describe a recent date. Okay, we'll do 15 very quickly, and then jump right into our lesson. My voice is so already ready to give out. Oh, what was the kanji? Right. Namae. Namae. Like, namae wa Samu desu. Namae. Why does it look so ugly? Sorry. I just can't figure out what I'm going to do, but Hanoshi. Hanoshi. Hatsuka. Hatsuka. Oh no. I'm reminded of the fat day, and the day is not the fat one. Hatsuka. Hatsuka. Yeah, motte. Motte iku. Motte iku. Spain. Spain Diori, right? Spain Diori. Spain reintroduction. Spain. I think of. Ugh. Okay, I need to stop leaning. Oof. the phrasing Laishu. Laishu no Kayobi. Next Tuesday, right? Yeah, so Konshu no for grammar. Ga dekimasu. Having the ability or skill to do something, right? Ga dekimasu. Hmm. Any other kind of grammar-ish thing? I think that's about it. So let's go over some vocabulary. Recent dates. Shumi. Suri. So, ryori ga dekimasu, right? Ryori ga dekimasu. Cooking. Come on, voice. Unten. Unten. Unten ga dekimasu. Solji. Sentaku. Shiawase. Shiawase. Tokui. Tokui. Yohin. Yohin. Okay, sports. Sports yohin. Hakyu. Hakyu. Hmm. Hmm. Dates. Dates. Predicates? It's moteiku. Oh, okay. Menkyo. Menkyo. Hmm. Meru. Meru suru. Meru suru. What is that? Did we cross 15? 5, 6, 7, 11, 11, 19. I think we got like 22 or 23 before. Oh, is there anything else? Any other hobbies? Oh, we have food. Lasagna. Lasagna. Pudding. 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 Spice. Spice. Yeah, that's good. We're good. Let's hop right in. Got an hour-ish. What do we have? Buy stationery. Unit 34. Oh, hey. Leaderboard reset. Okay. Buy stationery. Do we have a grammar point? No. Okay. I want new stationery. What's the word for stationery? Atarashi bun bunboku gu bunboku ga hoshii desu. Bunboku 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 bunboku. There's no audio. Oh, wait. Just kidding. Just kidding.
新しい文房具が欲しいです。
Bunbogu. Yeah, bunbogu ga hoshii desu. That's the first time I've... That might be the second. It's very few that ends with like a gu. Kind of like katakana words. Atarashi bunbogu. Bunbogu ga hoshii desu. Okay. Bunbogu. It kind of reminds me of bungaku. Bungaku. Is it now it's like bogu. Like the boon part. Okay. These scissors are lightweight and convenient. Lightweight we have already. Convenient we also have. So it's just scissors. Kono wa sami no. Kono asami? Wasami? Wait. I can't. This, yeah. Hasami? Hasami wa... Okay, kono hasami. Hasami, so... Yes, that's scissors. Kono hasami wa... Yeah. Karuku... Oh, wait a minute. No, just kidding. It's Wait. Wait, that's a different word. I was thinking karuku. Really? Really? Karuku. And then, wait, karuku. I thought that was supposed to be day. Wait, what's going on? wait. No, that's not right. I'm not reading this properly. Karu. I don't understand this one. My keyboard. Okay.
このハサミは軽くて便利です。
Karuku. Bendy this. Why is it te? Karuku. What?
このハサミは軽くて便利です。
No, I have no idea what's going on. Okay. Maybe I'll try to figure that out. I was thinking of karui. Like they were gonna use karui. And the day is a te. As an or bendy. So like there's two adjectives, right? Lightweight and convenient. I was expecting a day there, not a te. I don't know what's going on here. That's kind of weird. Oh, this mechanical pencil is also half price. So we did have pencil and pitsu, but it looks like they're going with something else. Kono sharpen. Okay, sharpen mo half price. Mo hangaku desho. Oh, hangaku. Interesting.
あ、このシャーペンも半額ですよ。
Sharpen. Yes. Mechanical pencil? Sharpen? Boy. Thick. Oh, we had thin, and now we have thick. Does that really say Atsui? Does that really say Atsui? Hold up. Oh, wait. Hold up. Dang it, it's the third Atsui. Oh gosh. We need kanji fast. I'm gonna need kanji for these. Fast. We have all three Atsuis and not one kanji for either three of them. Yeah. We have both the weather, the touch, and thick. All three Atsuis. Oh my gosh, okay. Atsui noto. Noto wa dou desu ka? Thin was, I think the one we had was usui. I'm sure there are a lot of other thins, but oh my gosh, that's 3 thicks in a row. That's really thick, man. Design desu ne.
いいデザインですね。
Design desu ne. Okay, desu ne. What the heck? Oh, that's kanji. Oh, are they going with cashier? Enin? Really? Enin ni ikimashou ka?
会計に行きましょうか。
Oh, kaike. Whoops. Go to cashier. Okay, kaike. Okay, kaike is fine. Salesperson. I'm thinking of salesperson. Kaike. Okay, kaike is fine.
会計に行きましょうか
Kaike ni ikimashou ka? Why don't you just give me the opposite? I don't know what's going on here. I need help here. Alright. So, we'll find out. 6 lessons to go. We got this.
何日
Before my eyes fall out. Nanichi. Interesting. So, like, Jihao.
Tsukurimasu. Yasumi.
Yasumi.
100
Yaku. I almost said Tien. Mise.
店
Mise.
何日
Nanichi.
何日
Nanichi.
何日
Why does everything sound weird now?
店
Mise? Oh, because it's a different person. I was thinking of this person.
店
This synthetic voice. Mise.
どの店がいいですか
Dono mise ga ii desu ka? Alright, well, I guess we finally got mise. Dono mise ga ii desu ka?
安い文房具
Bunbogu. Yasui bunbogu. Okay. Bunbogu.
文房具
Whoa! Okay. That's a really cool image. I really like that. Stylistically. It depicts motion, and there's a lot of personality in that image. I think we're getting closer to like the more contemporary stuff, because these stills are getting pretty cool. Very effective. Nani no mae ni atarashii bunbogu o kaimasu. Gakkou no mae ni.
学校
Yeah, gakkou no mae ni atarashii bunbogu o kaimasu. Buying stationery before school. Buy new stationery before school. What else we got? Basho. Shinbun and namae. Gakkou.
学校の準備をします。
Gakkou no junbi. Oh, hey. Junbi o shimasu. I actually know what junbi is. Even though it's not highlighted. What the heck? It's to get ready. Or prepare. Junbi. Okay, we should write that on this. Jun... Junbi. Junbi. Okay. The only reason I know Junbi is Gundam. Gundam. When you're getting ready, like getting ready to launch, Junbi comes up a lot. Junbi, like Junbi, and then ikimasu or something like that, or ike. Junbi. Okay. Oh, and fighting games actually, and fighting games, or like ready, set, go, like getting ready for a match. Junbi. Let's see. So, Gakkou no junbi o shimasu. I'm going there for school. Yeah, makes sense. All right.
何日に学校に行きますか
何日に学校に行きますか? Okay, on which day? Interesting. What day, which day, what date? Okay, fair enough. Yep, self-explanatory. 何日間? 何日に学校に行きますか?
学の授業が楽しみです。
数学の授業が楽しみです。数学の授業は何日に始まりますか Sure. What time does math class start? On what day does math class start?
ところで、学校はいつですか？
ところで。That's interesting. ところで doesn't have anything to do with ところ。
ところで、
Interesting. ところで That's a grammar point. ところで Oh, I think I'm thinking about どころ. No, wait. What? Hang on. Am I thinking? Wait. No, it is. Yeah, I'm thinking of Tokoro. But this has nothing to do with Tokoro. It's a different Tokoro. And it's not Sho. It's not Tokoro. At least I don't think. It's not this Tokoro. Wait. Did I miss a stroke up there? Yes. It's not that Tokoro in Basho. At least I don't think. I would be really confused if
ところで、
this turns out to be that kanji. Okay. So Tokoro de. Interesting. So by the way, Tokoro de.
ところで、
I like it. It's kind of like FYI, I suppose. Although FYI has a very... I think it has a very more aggressive, sussy thing. FYI, like it's a little bit more sassier than by the way. 学校はいつですか? When is school? Okay. 学校はいつですか? Yeah, okay. ところで。
ところで、新しいノートを買いに行きませんか?
Oh, now that's just confusing for now.
ところで
Because if you think about it from my perspective, right? ところで could mean like this place, like in this place. Like you could be doing something. Like I don't know if that checks out grammatically, but like this could be a place, right? Tokoro. And then de could be the location of an action. So whatever follows, it could be, oh, they did something in this place. Oh no. That's kind of gross. That's kind of disgusting. Hold up. Yeah, a place, a spot. Although it does seem like it's a suffix though. It's a noun, but it's suffixive, or however you're gonna. It does mean whereupon as a result too. How about okay. I don't think I can confuse. I don't think you can use Tokoro de in like for the place. I'll have to check.
ところで、新しいノートを買いに行きませんか?
新しいノート。
ところで、新しいノートを買いに行きませんか? 買いに行きますか?
They're really emphasizing the iku. I like it. 買いに行きませんか? ところで、新しいノートを買いに行きませんか?
昨日学校の準備をしました。
昨日学校の準備をしました。Okay. I prepared for school. Wait. Oh, yesterday. I was like, I prepared for what? 昨日学校の準備をしました。
ケンさん、学校の準備をしましたか？
Okay. Not much in means of new vocabulary though. ケンさん、
学校の準備をしましたか？学校
Wait.
美術準備をしました？
Oh, art. Do I even know?
ケンさん、学校の準備をしましたか？
So that's kind of a grammar point to some extent. Because you're like that might be something to keep note of. To be ready for something, to be prepared for something. Kind of like how yoyaku works. Yoyaku for iremasu or ireru. What day does the school start? Right that, huh? Not fat. This is not fat.
何日
何日に学校
は始まりますか
始まりますか始まりますか Okay. I guess they're throwing in 学校 pretty often. That's kind of nice. What day does school start? Oh. Okay. I didn't think it... Okay. Alright, I guess it kind of matters. Alright.
ところで学校はいつですか？
Fine.
学校は何日に始まりますか
That's a very, very small amount of vocabulary so far.
色鉛筆がいります。色鉛筆がいります。
Wait, it's different. Wait, what? What is going on? Wait, iro? Oh no, this is color pencil. Now why did they go with enpitsu here? Instead, what was the other one? Sharpen. So iro enpitsu. That makes sense. It's color and pencil. Iro enpitsu. Although enpitsu, I'm guessing, has a kanji. Iro enpitsu ga irimasu. Oh, irimasu. I need color pencils. Dude.
色鉛筆。
So, 色鉛筆. That's one way to use it. Okay.
色鉛筆
色鉛筆。
美術
美術の授業、授業が楽しみです。今日、色鉛筆を買います。
消しゴムはいりますか？
消しゴム。消しゴム。why is it half and half here? 消しゴムはいりますか？消しゴムはいりますか？ Something with... it's an eraser.
消しゴム。
消しゴム。So it kind of reminds me of like rubber gum, maybe? Like gomu. Gomu. Like gum, right? So keshi, like maybe it's like rubber gum, because that's kind of what I think about when I think about erasers. Keshigomu. Keshigomu. Oh, that ke. That makes sense, actually, that ke. It's the same, the kanji is the same ke for, the same kanji for, yes, das. No, kiss. Sorry, kiss. It's the same for kiss, for turning off. Erase gum? I see. Erase gum. That makes sense. But it also used the same kanji as kiss for turn off, which is like kind of off things. It was removing things. Cool. Or removing power. And then gum. Neat. I actually remember that kanji from Shashinko, so we are gonna soon go back to extracting all of Shashinko's kanji. It'll be interesting when I'll see the kanji for it. Do you need an eraser? My voice is so trashed right now. Keshigomu wa irimasu ka?
消しゴムを2つ買います。消しゴム。
消しゴム。あ、消しゴムを2つ買います。Throw in some things. Also, 消防車。消防車。Fire engine? Oh. Ooh. Interesting. Fire engine. What does the middle character mean? Because I see I see why they would use the left and the right. What is the second thing? Two radicals I put together that I'm not familiar. Interesting.
消しゴムを2つ買います。
私も新しい消しゴムが欲しいです。
Okay, sure. Not too many new things, so we don't have to worry about it. So we found 2, up to 5 now. 私も新しい消しゴムが欲しいです。Sorry, my voice is not holding up that much. I also want new erasers. Or a new eraser. Oh my gosh, please.
もっと大きい消しゴムはありますか？
What?
もっと大きい消しゴムはありますか？もっと
大きい。No? Yeah.
大きい。
大きい消しゴム。
消しゴムは
ありますか？
ありますか？
このペンは小さくて軽いです。
小さくて。Oh, it's a grammar point. Wait, no, maybe it's not.
小さくて
It is a grammar point. 小さくて。Wait a minute. Oh my gosh. Is that really the grammar point flex on Oh no. Okay. So now we have to. Now I have to think back. Wait. Now I have to think back. Oh, I see. So this is when it's copulating. I see. Okay, so this is when it's copulating. So to speak, copulating. Now it's de when it's using the attributive form. No, wait, no, it's not. No, I'm so confused. Actually, no. Now I'm just confused. So now you're conjugating. Did I only have? Ikiaka, ire. No, but there was. Was there an e adjective? To prevent or guard against. Predicative, baby. A is like the infinitive, and it runs in reverse to English. Okay. I don't know what that means. But I'm thinking about it in terms of like I'm thinking about it more like mechanically, the conjugation of the mechanics, not necessarily what it. I don't really need to know what it means because I can figure it out. But I wonder why they. How do I compare and contrast? Te and te. I only need to conjugate again. I'm aware of that. I got it. I can see that you only have to conjugate that. And the question is, okay, let me see. Oh. I see. So they did do me some dirtiness. Hold up. Yeah. So they did avoid it. Oh, I see. Okay, so they deliberately did that. Okay. Yep, I had to think back. And I was like, yeah, they did. What was the case for day? They only use non-adjectives. They were only linking non-adjectives. At the time. That was the unit. It was a couple. It might have been 2 units back. I need. Yeah. Now, and I was asking myself in that unit, I'm like, why are they only using non-adjectives? But I was thinking maybe there was an E adjective somewhere, but no. Thinking back, I was like saying to myself like, kirei, nikiyaka, yume. And it didn't make they were talking about like foods and stuff, so but they still didn't use like oishi and like, you know, things that would also fall in. And I was thinking maybe it's both, and now they're telling me it's not, which is that's the reason why I paused on this. So kude, okay, so you used the ku, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So, okay. 小さくて、
このペンは小さくて軽いです。
yeah, 小さくて軽いです. And it's funny because they are also using karui and now it makes sense to me. When I was reading the guidebook, I was like, I don't understand. How does I thought karui was the adjective, and they had karukute as in, it's like, okay, so maybe there's something going on. So now this explains everything. When you string together E adjectives. Okay, fair enough. このペンは小さく、oh man, that doesn't sound really great.
このペンは小さくて軽いです。
小さくて軽いです。このペンは小さくて軽いです。Okay. This pen is small and lightweight. Okay. So let's let's give ourselves a note for that too.
小さい鉛筆が欲しいです。
小さい鉛筆が欲しいです。Okay. And then they're showing what happens when you only have one in an attributive form. It still stays the same. Then it's just as a comparison of without having to use two, especially two E adjectives. I am expecting them to use non-adjectives now too, right? They're gonna show some non-adjectives. Wait, do I have any adjectives that are non-adjectives that describe stationary? I'm not even sure if I have any. I can't quite think of any. Let's see if they'll surprise me here. これはどうですか? 小さくて可愛いでしょ. Okay. Cute stationery. Oh.
このペンは可愛くて安いです。
Yeah, there's 可愛くて. Yeah, sure. Although that wouldn't have come up in the restaurant thing. このペンは可愛くて安いです。
このペンは可愛くて安いです。
可愛くて安いです。I'm getting a lot of ku. Lots of ku practice, which may not really help with and ta. I need some other way to practice like nakatta or katta. It's not kawaikute. Kawaikute. This pen is cute and cheap. Kawaikute. Okay. ただし何はノート新しいノートは可愛くてカラフル。Oh, hey, カラフル. Yes, カラフル is a good one. カラフル or non-adjective. I'm gonna see if they flip this. I'm calling it. They might flip this. What are our other choices? main. Parfait and golf.
かわいいペンが欲しいです。
Kawaii pen ga hoshii desu. Okay, now they're showing kawaii not conjugated, right? Just to demonstrate. And then use an example, right? No. Kawaii pen ga hoshii desu. Ano pen wa dou desu ka? Kawaii, yeah, kawaii kawaikute yasui desu yo. That's kind of little tough for me. Yeah, they're comparing and contrasting the two. That's cool.
このシャーペンはいくらですか？
No sharpen wa ikura desu ka? Hasn't happened yet. Honestly, I find this really entertaining. Trying to predict what the next thing is. Sharpen. Sharpen. Okay. 何はあまり少ない。あまり使いません。I'm like あまり使いません。使いません。使いません。What are you not using? Don't really use. What do you don't really use? 鉛筆。Okay.
鉛筆？
でも、よくoh, come on. シャーペンを使います。I mean, I definitely said that as well in when I was in school. Mechanical pencils were kind of all the rage, actually. My hand, like my fingers, I write a lot back then, and it needed to be really, really precise. I like precise sharpness in my pencils, so I use lead pencils. You know, sharpen. Mechanical pencils most of the time. I rarely use pencil.
もっと小さいノートが欲しいです。
もっと小さいノートが欲しいです。じゃあ、これはどうですか？小さくて安いです。小さくて安いです。Alright. Hasn't happened yet. You guys aren't gonna use non-adjectives? I want cute mechanical pencil. Okay.
かわいい
かわいいシャーペン。シャーペンが欲しいです。
が欲しいです。
Okay.
この
シャーペン。
シャーペン
シャーペンはいくらですか？
か
Get more with Super Duolingo. Go ad-free and skip the interruptions to focus on your learning. Unlock unlimited hearts and make as many mistakes as you need. And you can target weaknesses in your practice hub with AI-powered practice sets based on your recent mistakes. So what are you waiting for? Upgrade your learning with Super Duolingo.
Okay. That's fine. Scissors. Hasami.
ハサミ。
Oh, hasami. Okay.
このハサミは重いです。
このハサミは重いです。重い。Yoshinko really helped me out with this. 重い. I can't quite visualize what omoi is at the moment. That omoi. Okay. Omoi. Okay. Kono interesting. Kono asami wa omoi desu. Imagine having heavy scissors.
おしゃれなデザイン。
Design. Oshare na design. Oh, there's an adjective there. That's self-explanatory. De design. Okay. Oh my goodness, my hands. Oh my gosh. このノートのデザインはいいですね。ブラジルのスポーツのサッカー、oh no、サッカー、チームが大好きです。
ブラジル
That's playing on some extra cultural commentary right
どの
there.
デザインがいいですか？
どのデザインがいいですか？
高くて重いです。
高くて、oh hey、高くて重いです。高くて重いです。I guess we had 小さくて、and 高くて、
高くて、
高くて。Wait a minute.
高くて、
高くて。Oh, interesting. No, that's fine. 高くて重いです。Okay. 高くて。All right. I forgot. I shouldn't forget mise. Oh, I don't think that's the stroke order. Okay. ここの文 Oh yeah. I forgot to write. 文房は高くて right? 高くてダサいです。What the heck? もっとはwait, ダサいです。Where are you going with this? もっとOh, wait a minute. Oh, 高って oh, it's just adding.
安い
Okay. I'm like, where are you going with the ugly thing? もっと安い店に行きましょう。Yes, Winky, I am. Just got completed with our summary of Chinese for the day. So we're trying to conclude our Japanese lesson right now. My voice is kind of wrecked. Let's write Bunbo. Bunboku. Bunboku. Did you start not knowing any Japanese 54 days ago? I was illiterate 54 days ago. That's what I could say about that. Mm-hmm. It's difficult to say I didn't know any Chinese going into it. In Japanese, it's difficult to say I didn't know any Japanese as well, starting 158 days ago. But I was illiterate. I was illiterate in both cases. This is the first time I'm self-studying language learning. So I didn't study any Japanese or Chinese. Until now.
このデザインはちょっとダサいですね。
このデザインはちょっと、ちょっとダサいですね。What's up with all this negativity? このデザイン。デザインはちょっとダサいですね。Okay. Still design.
この鉛筆はちょっと。
That's so cool. You started 6 days ago, also live streaming your learning? Nice! Twinsies! Winky. How has your 6 days gone? And how are you learning, are you Chinese? Are you learning Chinese? How are you going about it? How are you going about learning Chinese? How you're streaming your learning? I always love hearing how other people approach their language learning. This is, yes, I want to emphasize, this is my first time I've ever self-studied. I really dislike when they read out loud the sentences because it makes me not learn to read. You mute your browser audio such that I have to read it. Oh, okay. Fair enough. I imagine then you're referring to Duolingo, right? Yeah. Kono... I'm Chinese, but I'm illiterate and have a very small vocabulary. Are you ABC? Winky? Or are you living in a different place? I'm in ABC. However, while I am illiterate in Mandarin, I am my household language, the language that I use with my parents, is Fujianese. CBC, ooh, welcome. I haven't met I've met a couple of CBCs. I met a couple Canadians, Chinese Canadians actually. Neat. What a coinky dink. Yeah, my aspirations for using Duolingo is just to pick up literacy. Like see how Hanzi looks, attach them to sounds. So I'm simultaneously like working on Pinyin, even Pinyin and Hanzi at the moment. I think we're at 350 characters, something like that. For writing, we can write about 350 characters at the moment. I think the vocabulary is about like 400. Haven't really touched too much grammar because since I'm in ABC, you kind of know a lot of the basic grammar structures, or like you kind of know where to place those words together. So because I'm illiterate, the most exciting part is being able to read and write things. Did I learn using other resources? I didn't start with other resources. I do slowly add new resources as I go. For Chinese, the first thing I did, the first resources I integrated was a reliable Chinese dictionary, which MDBG seems to work fairly well. And then there's the Chinese grammar wiki site that I'm using to make sure that my feelings are intact. It's called the All Set Learning thing, the Chinese grammar wiki, which is a pretty fantastic. Like, I just scroll through it because I don't need to like watch videos or anything. We scroll through it. I don't know if you've ever used that site, but that's the only thing so far, because the workload and the pace that Duolingo Chinese course has is really high when my desirable output is to be able to write them from memory. Right now we're taking it a little slower. I heard that Duolingo isn't that good, and also felt that it's very repetitive in what they're asking you. I started doing graded reading. Oh, so did you find graded readers for grade readers for Chinese? Because I'm about at that point where I want to integrate some grade reading for Chinese, and then Anki flashcards. Fair enough. I think the repetition, you have to design a study plan around the repetition, because I write. You're using Mandarin Companion. Oh, accessible. Okay, Mandarin Companion. Let's see. Interesting. I see. So it's like a Satori. It's like a Satori reader. Interesting. Oh well, I'll have to take a look at this. Thank you. I'm slowly getting to that point. The repetitious nature is required for me to be able to write all the Hanzi as I go from memory. So right now, the goal is I spend 3 days on a unit, and then 3 days staggered, so 6 days to acquire how to output and write the Hanzi by hand, unaided. So that's my benchmark. So every 6 days I would turn over the, I don't know, 30-ish, 15 new characters and 15 repeating characters, and then continue staggering 3-day units every single day. Yeah. Because the repetition, while the content stays the same, I'm doing something different every day. So we focus on the English translation first, then we focus on the pinyin, then we focus on the Hanzi. Writing is definitely much harder than just having to read. I decide that it's not that important to me because I can use recognition when typing out Chinese. That's perfectly acceptable if writing is not important to you. Yeah. Writing is my end game, so I really actually enjoy the Hanzi section and the kanji section, for that matter, in the Japanese section, or the pace that they're going. So most of the time, my slowness is matched with their repetition, because I'm visibly and imagining myself writing the strokes. Yeah. Well, we definitely differ quite a bit in goals. Kono, why do I want to learn writing? Just for fun? Writing connects me with the language. Yeah, I'm very much a person that likes the dimension of writing. So when I speak, I imagine the writing, and when I write, I imagine the speaking. So I like to explore it in that way, generally speaking. It's kind of the same as using as many ways to engage with the target language. I like exploring. So yeah, kind of for fun, I suppose. Writing elevates a lot of things that reading and speaking and typing does not do. So naturally, that's why there's writing. I like doing as much as I can to engage in the target language. It's also why I write on screen most of the time. And when I talk and give seminars, writing is a natural part of my education. I'm not one to use there are PowerPoints and all that stuff when I was in college and graduate school, but generally I'm more of a board person. I like writing things. So you're the old hat professor. Am I fluent in spoken Chinese? I am not fluent in spoken Chinese, no. Not in Mandarin. Not in Mandarin. And it's too difficult to measure what is fluency in Fujianese, because there are no metrics unless I reside in China. And fluent to me means possibly something different from yours. But it's kind of like suddenly just deciding to speak in Fujianese if I wanted to, right? Na jiru ngoi gong hujiu wa, right? Ngoi inai tao no sai tao no shun gong simian. When I get oko do gong wa, I can always just talk in Fujianese instead, right? It's the Fujianese dialect. The Fujian dialect is referring to Hokkien most of the time. I think Hokkien has a bigger group. So Fujian is the region that has more than one dialect, and it's the Fujianese. Fujianese is more southern, I guess. I don't really know. But I was also told when I spoke Fujianese to someone who's familiar with Hokkien, we are unintelligible to each other. At least that's the few people that I've met. I rarely meet any Fujianese person. I have not met another Fujianese person online yet. Yeah. It is a dialect in the Fujian area, though. The Fujian area happens to have two dialects. One is Hokkien, and that's the one that most people are referring to as Fujian. So when someone says they're Fujian, they speak Fujianese, right? Or Fujian, they're referring to the Hokkien dialect. In the United States, I'm not sure if I'm not sure if Canada has one, but I'm from the east side, the New York side of the United States, and a lot of Fujianese are concentrated in the east coast of the United States, specifically around New York City. So I am from there. Your parents are from Fujian and they talk in a different dialect. I'm not sure which one it is, but as you mentioned, it's probably Hokkien. Yeah. I think Hokkien people, like the people in that area, whenever I interact with someone else who's like Chinese and second gen Chinese, whenever I say like, oh, 你係講胡椒話嘛？你佢愛pangon胡椒話, because I really haven't spoken to any other Hujiu 9, right? So it would be really cool, but it ends up typically being Hokkien. If you're not from the United States and your parents aren't from New York or something, it's kind of super rare. Yeah, it's kind of super rare. But it's cool. I see that my parents and your parents would probably have stories to talk about, though. They kind of occupy the same space. So of China, I've never been to China, so I'm not sure if you've been to China. Have your parents ever taken you to China? My parents keep saying like, oh yeah, maybe we should go back and hang out. But I haven't done it. And by the way, just to make sure, I'm 37, so I'm like generationally possibly a lot older than the people I'm referring to, but I am part of the millennial period. I'm a millennial. Chinese American, I suppose, whatever that means. Oh no. Yeah. You mentioned that Fujian people are concentrated in the east coast of the US. Yeah, I heard the history of Fujian is that people immigrated in boats. Is that the reason for the eastern concentration? You're 24? Okay. So we have like one generation of teenagers apart. Nice. That's a good question. My parents flew in from Hong Kong, so probably not a boat thing. New York City is it was a New York City, or New York is where like immigration is. Like it's one of the immigration hubs in the United States. The reason why it's not East Coast in the California, because it's to distinguish between the earlier people who were part of the gold rush and then the other stuff. And oftentimes, for whatever reason, I like to think it's socio-economical, like in terms of cost. Usually entry from the East Coast, you have regions where people are more privileged. And in New York City, those are usually people who are less privileged. As in, I don't think my family came from wealth when they entered the United States. And it just kind of happened that way. If you're thinking about Fujianese, right? You probably looked this up at some point. You know the Americanized Chinese food? I'm sure it's in Canada too, because we occupy the same continent. That that Americanized Chinese food, that's largely the most recent generation that holds up all of that is Fujianese people. So if you ever walk into a Chinese takeout, it's probably people from Fujian, and likely Fujianese, largely because they are great at running business. Yeah, so if your parents, I don't know how often your parents go, but if they're Hokkien, there is a chance they might be well-to-do. My parents, like, that's how they got here. Since there's a concentration, earlier immigrants, they established a system. I know a lot of my family runs businesses. Yeah, because that's how you get by. That's how they get by. East Coast Asians, now there are definitely, I'm not saying exclusive, but in the United States, East Coast Asians, they are typically from somewhere else, and those people are a lot more socially economically privileged, right? Like whenever I get a chance to encounter like an East Coast Asian, their mentalities and stuff, they're just different culturally, very different. Yeah. New York, early days in New York was like subsidized housing, without trying to sound too politically correct, but subsidized housing, right? Or some, I don't know what they used to call them, but like places like Chinatowns were like cheap, affordable places, right? So I don't know if you have something like that in Canada. I imagine you're around Toronto area. If you're Chinese, I imagine one of the cultural hubs is probably Toronto or somewhere close to the Toronto area. Unless there's like some other place. Maybe Montreal has a concentration. Quebec. Is Montreal Quebec? I'm very terrible with Canadian grammar. Yeah, Montreal? Okay. Yeah, it's either those two for you guys, for Canada. I either think of Toronto or Montreal. And that's kind of like New York and California. Like, if you're on the east, you got, yeah, and Vancouver. That's right, Vancouver. Yeah, so it's kind of like those things. Yeah. The cultural hubs are around the metropolitan area. Yeah, New York City is like basically the most eastern. Yeah. If you find Chinese in the middle, it's kind of like, whoa, they must be really adapted. That's kind of nice. And now you're learning Chinese. May I ask why now? I had this question a lot. I answered this question a lot too. Like, why now? My answer, I'll volunteer. My answer is because I have time now. I'm able to do it now. Most of my life I spent focusing on my career, which is what my parents want me to do, right? And in order to succeed really, really well, you kind of just stick with English, especially when you live in the United States. That's probably the very long answer short. I'm kind of curious, because you're 24. Do you feel the same? Actually, are you still in school? 24. That's a ripe age for graduate school. Ripe age for graduate school. この鉛筆はちょっと、そうですね。そうですね。高く、oh my gosh, 高くて便利。Oh, just kidding. 高くて変ですね。What? Right. Expensive and weird, isn't it? Okay, that's a weird statement. Has a lot because I like Chinese women and I need to be able to talk to their parents, so knowing Chinese would be an asset. Also, because you have free time. But why now? Because of a series of events that led me from feeling insecure because I talk about wanting to learn but not having started. Then a friend showing me them using, which looked fun. Oh. Huh. How successful was your friend? I know that you're just starting now, and I'm sure we're gonna have this discussion if we continue to go down this road in the future. But you're probably going to read a lot of things that will either be divisive or talking about how you would best approach learning a language. It's actually quite, I'm going to say, it's quite eclectic. Lots of people have different opinions, and there's like a huge echo chamber surrounding how to start self-studying a language. So I'm kind of curious, what impression did your friend give you about Duolingo? Your friend didn't seem to have taken it seriously. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah. You'll probably, since you're streaming this, you said, you're also sharing your, you'll probably encounter this. So we'll leave it for you to discover. I don't want to take away the journey. The journey is incredibly worth it to do whatever it is to make it work. Like whatever you decide to make it. But I heard of an UK med student who became fluent in 1.5 years called Will Hart. You can find his YouTube channel. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I've done my my fair share of counter arguments and rebuttals and whatnot. Yeah. I don't plan on becoming so fluency is not my goal. Winky. However, if it does happen by coincidence, then that's pretty nice. I'm not quite that type of goal-oriented person. So most of the time, I focus on the present, enjoy and engage as much as I can in the task at hand, and have like periodic progress reports without saying too much. Like there's a routine that I go through. But usually it doesn't involve needing to know where I need to go or where I have to be. So most of the time, I tend not to spend time looking for what are the outcomes. But I am interested in other people's. And that is a pretty neat person. So I'll go look at that. That's a pretty... I haven't actually found an example. Will Hart. Interesting. I see. I'll give that a look. It's a relatively short, so it looks like that person makes short form content. You're the type that doesn't focus on destination but more on the journey. Very nice. I can definitely empathize with that. Goals just give me a journey to walk on, but reaching it is not important to me. I think goals are great in the sense that they give general direction, but I don't ever expect my goals to be the same from when I start. So competence makes the goal move. And lots of times, I would say having a goal that is constantly moving and never achievable is probably my preferred status in life. It's nice to pass a former goal, right? You know, a lot of times you start with a goal, and then you can walk right past it. You can steer away from it, right? Because you can't possibly make a goal and expect it not to change when you're on a journey yourself, right? One cannot be as competent as their present self. So when you're working towards a goal, you become more competent as you're going. There's no fiber of my being that would expect my future self to think that that goal stays the same as I become more and more competent and more invested in. So whatever it looks like at the end, it's kind of nice to think about. But generally speaking, I wouldn't expect it to be the same in another 50 days or however long it is. Right. Not even the next, it might not even be the same tomorrow. I like to keep my opportunities open. You also realize that something the past you wanted, the present you doesn't want anymore. Yes, everything, right? Things that you don't want, things that you do want, things that you didn't even know you wanted, things that you know didn't even existed at first, right? All those things. It's incredibly nice to keep your options open, especially when you're doing it voluntarily. If you have to do something, that's understandable. Right now, I'm specifically talking about something you voluntarily do. So for me, it's nice that I wouldn't know if a magical person, you know, a wonderful person drops in and changes my whole outlook on language learning. I don't know when that's going to happen. Having a goal and fixated on a goal can prevent you from seeing those opportunities, in my opinion, personally. So you close opportunity when your mind is closed off to a very specific goal. And I think that's honestly one of the most consistent things I've encountered since I started language learning. When people tell me what is it that I desire, because the things that they desire are only limited to whatever their goals are. And they're very weird, nebulous goals that I don't even know what they want. Like one of the things is like, oh yeah, I want to be fluent in 3 years. And it's like, I don't even know what that means. And they're like, oh, you know, and then they would naturally describe it in a very vague way. It's like, I'll tell you when I get there. Like I'll tell you how it feels when I get there. I'm not sure if I'll ever get there. I'm not even sure if I'll become fluent the way they want to be fluent and not even realize that's what they're referring to. It really is irrelevant to me. I agree. It makes me think of when someone asks you to look for everything red in the room, then they ask you what brown is. Yes, exactly. There's an actual interview with that like plenty of people use that as I'm thinking of a very specific video clip too. Yeah, when you basically it makes you think of when someone asks you to prime you to look for everything red, and then they suddenly tell you to ask you what's brown, and you stop observing that because you were looking for something. And I don't want to end up, I typically mix. It's a mix. You know, you want to look for red, but also look around as well, right? Also look around. It's a 50-50, you know, you kind of do everything too, right? So that's kind of what I'm doing with Duolingo, at least in my opinion. Like, obviously Duolingo can only do so much, and now I'm doing more than that. We're trying to do more than that.
あのホチキスはちょっと。
ホチキス。Why do you sound so weird? ホチキス。
ホチキス。
How does that translate to stapler? Which language is this coming from? ホチキス。Huh. I wonder what language they borrowed this word from. ホチキス。ホチキスはちょっと。Balancing, focusing on goals, or having your eyes open to new opportunities. Yep. And know, right? And know that you must keep in mind that you have a choice. You can continue if you really want that goal and then you decide you're going to focus in. Also know what you are compromising, right? Like, okay, I know some of my opportunities are going to close in, right? Close in. However, if it's really enough to sacrifice all the opportunities or like trade off the opportunities, then go for it. The idea is that being aware of what the compromises are, right? If I want more opportunities because I'm not sure where I'm headed, take your eyes a little bit off of the goal and create wider stretch for opportunities. And then you can manage this. You can keep on going back and forth, right? Balancing between when you want to maximize your opportunities versus when do you want to like, oh yeah, I've got this down packed. Oftentimes though, I see people who wish they had more opportunities, like just randomly land in their lap or increase their odds, yet they're like this hyper-focused, incredibly hyper-focused, narrow person, right? And they're really good at that one thing, but they desire something that they're doing that minimizes that. So that's kind of one of the things that you hear a lot, at least in my opinion. I encounter that a lot when it comes to setting a career, especially 18-year-olds to 25-year-olds. It's around that, where someone hyper-focuses on a specific goal in mind, and their range of opportunities becomes so narrow that they hope that the stars align so that they can, you know, play the one video game that they want to play for the next 40 years and stream content only develop on that one video game and all the skills that involve just that one video game. The odds of that happening is like a millionaire investor who happens to just know your name, and then they invest in you and compensate for all the skills you don't have. Right? That kind of thing. That kind of hyper focus. And I think language learning can get there as well. Where someone says like, oh yeah, I'm focused on how many words I can turn over in a day, right? And then they go for more words turn over in a day and more words turn over. Like, okay, do you like it? Do you enjoy it? Did you do something with it? Like, no, you know, yeah. And then if they're okay with that, that's cool, right? That's cool if they're okay with it. On the other hand, that's not what I usually get the impression of. They usually portray fear and insecurity. They're like, oh yeah, you know, I used to learn like 100 words a week and now I'm burned out. Okay, so go do something else that you like. It's like, but this is the only thing I know that I like. And that's what happens. In my opinion, that's what can happen. Where someone is so hyper-focused on the one thing that they truly believe that makes them happy and whatnot. And then when they burn out on it, which does happen when you hyper-focus, there's really not much to fall back on. Meanwhile, I'm like, I don't really, my pitch accent is non-existent in Japanese. I haven't like hired a teacher or moved to China or moved to Japan to learn. I'm not in any hurry. There are plenty of things that make me like language learning that I don't really need to focus on. Sometimes I have a question similar to yours, like what does stapler come from? And I ask ChatGPT. I should really put ChatGPT on the side. Really though. Usually I ask these questions and then someone would randomly come in and say like, oh, this is what it is. I have a few people that know this type of trivia. They're way more competent than I am in Japanese. So I typically just record myself doing something and remind myself later to ask. Are you in school, by the way? Oh, I'm not sure about, did I miss your response to that? Have you considered graduate school? Are you a graduate school person? 24. What do you plan on doing? I hope that's not too personal of a question. I always like asking people what they look forward to and what they plan on doing, especially when they're into language learning. Like how language learning fit into your lifestyle, your current lifestyle. チキス。
ホチキスはちょっと。
Why? ホチキスはちょっと。I don't like that stapler over there. I don't really like that stapler over there. Okay. ホチキス have something against that stapler. You studied computer science. Nice. You worked as a software developer for 2 years and didn't really like it. Okay. And I went into trade school as an electrician to try something new. How's that going? So you didn't like software development, huh? I know an electrician, or somewhat of an electrician, someone who like does kind of a mix where they're doing like PCB work and whatnot, where it integrates like software development and the engineering side of things. That would be kind of a neat way to go about it. I'm not sure if that's how you're pivoting, but it's always kind of nice to be able to consolidate your experiences. Computer science. Yeah, that is definitely one of the pragmatic choices in this day and age. I grew up in the age where everyone wants to become a doctor, so I didn't end up becoming a doctor. Electrician is more for buildings and high voltages. Okay, fair enough. How's that going? Now let's write this. Hochikisu.
ホチキス。
この小さいホチキスはどうですか？
この小さいホチキスはどうですか？小さいホチキス。
そのハサミは軽くて安いです。
軽くて。そのハサミ。そのハサミは広くて野菜です。Man. ハサミ。 Oh, other way around. Okay. そのハシミは軽くて野菜です。
そのハサミは軽くて安いです。
軽くて。Oh, I keep saying 軽くて。そのハサミは軽くて野菜です。I don't like a roll better. Electrician school is rather easy, focusing more on hands-on and practical work. People who go into trade school tend to struggle academically. Well, you do have a background in academics already. That is certainly an edge you can leverage. Winky. Glad to hear that's working out. Start putting some more gaps, Winky. You already have an edge. It's time to expand the gap. You know, network with your with all your supervisors and what. Actually, I don't know how trade school works. I feel like I owe it to myself to go into electrical engineering after electrician school. Yeah, I mean, that sounds fantastic. It sounds like you're having a blast. It sounds like you've made a wonderful career pivot. It's something that resonates with. Owing yourself to do things, especially when it comes to career progression, that sounds like a healthy relationship with whatever you're doing right now. I feel like I'm navigating a quarter-life crisis. Career wandering is, I think career wandering is fairly natural for the generation that you belong in, right? Like that you're there. And I think it's around 25. I imagine 24, yeah, it may feel a little bit later, but I think that's fairly natural. It's great that you are finding your pivot now. I mean, I have a doctorate in biology, but I'm not a researcher right now in biology. So I wouldn't say I'm unfamiliar with career pivots, especially one that might seem like a quarter-life crisis. I'm almost middle-aged. I'm very close to middle age. So you could call it a midlife crisis. Although I don't feel like it's a crisis. And you seem pretty happy. Or at least you give me the impression that you seem pretty happy. So way to navigate. Way to navigate the crises. The crisis, because I have unfortunately been disheartened by a lot of bright individuals who like have no understanding of where they're gonna go in life, and they're approaching their similar age. So I'm glad to hear that you're navigating it pretty well. At least that's the impression you're giving me. All right. I want to sound a little bit more encouraging, because you do sound very I don't want to say optimistic, but realistically, cautiously optimistic. Asami.
ホチキス。
ホチキス。Why? ホチキス。
ゴルフ。生物学。釣り。軽くておしゃれなノートを見つけました。
Okay. 軽くて
ノート。
Wait.
ノート。
軽くて
おしゃれなノート。軽くておしゃれなノートを見つけました。見つけました。
Oh, interesting. So yeah, so the non-adjective, they finally added a non-adjective, and if it's still in the attributive form before the object, then it still gets an hour. Fair enough. So your time zone, is it 11 a.m. for you? 11:30 a.m.? Is that how Quebec's time zone works? I just want to check. I'm Eastern Standard Time. It's about 2:30 a.m. here.
軽くておしゃれなノートを見つけました。
It's 2 a.m. What? Oh. I thought it was at least an hour apart. What the heck? I thought we'd be at least an hour apart. I don't really I'm not good with time zones. Especially across the Canadian border. Wow. Do you usually stay up this late? Or did you just finish your session? And then just chill now? Or something like that? Okay. You sleep late? Yeah, me too. I just spent the last, before the Japanese lesson, I spent the last 7.5 hours reviewing 25 days of Chinese vocabulary. That's what I did for.
軽くておしゃれなノートを見つけました。
Okay. We're fine. 見つけました。この、これは軽くてかっこいいですね。
これは軽くてかっこいい。
かっこいいですね。
ね。
Do anything for fun? Today you did some great reading and reviewed your flashcards. Okay. You also watched a podcast in Chinese. A podcast in Chinese. Is the podcast comprehensible? Like, I mean, is it like a comprehensible input podcast? What are you doing for podcast? I don't know if you're familiar with the... I guess they would call them like easy listening. Something geared towards comprehensibility. I've been doing that for Japanese for quite some time. I haven't started with Chinese yet. Right now I'm watching the Chinese version of Three Body Problem. Because I really like the Netflix one. So I'm excited to also watch season 2 of that too. Whenever it comes out.
ノートノート
ノート
ノート
軽くて Where are you?
軽くて
Oh, 軽くて was 軽くて軽くておしゃれ
おしゃれ
な
なノートを
見つけました。That's another 4. So what, we're up to 12? Okay. Calendar. Calendar.
カレンダー
Yeah, calendar.
このカレンダーはどうですか？
このカレンダーはどうですか? Okay. Alright. So. Calendar. Of course. What else could it be? Okay.
このカレンダーは安いですね。
安いけどダサいです。 It's cheap. It's cheap, but it's ugly. Or it's hideous. It's cheap but hideous. Ooh, review. Kaijo. Kaijo wa zenzen okunai desu. Oh no. Okiku nakata desu. Nakata. Oku nakata desu. So, Kaijo wa zenzen
大きくなかったです。
大きくなかったです。The podcast you watch wasn't exactly geared for beginners, but they aren't super fluent. They speak slowly with English subs. Nice. They're usually speaking English on their podcast, but did one fully in Chinese. Ah, very nice. I tend to watch stuff like that in general, whether I'm learning the target language or not. I like hearing people who go in and out of different languages back and forth. Your YouTube has no shortage of like multi cultural like couples and stuff who like to do activities and stuff in different languages. I found this like really you find all the different pairs of different ones. Like there's this like one about it's a German couple or like a German Vietnamese couple who use like English as a common language. So oftentimes when you have two people who come together from different cultures, they typically use English as a common language. So when they make content with the language that they have, it's often like it can be very introductory friendly as a way while they engage naturally. You tried watching podcasts geared towards beginners, but I found it pretty boring to listen to. Oh, interesting. I listened to vlogs that were I like specific vloggers that do like skits and stuff. So they are also geared, but they're less likely than I suppose the ones that are specifically focused on trying to talk about the situation or talk about relevant vocabulary. I have this one guy who does skits where the person's a goofball, and I really resonate with that. So that's kind of nice. You know, you gotta find what suits your fancy. Indeed. Kaijo wa zenzen, yeah.
熱いノート
It's another Atsui. It's our third Atsui. Or thick boy. Thick boy. That's an unfortunate color for the shirt because it's black. So it looks like she doesn't have a body. And she doesn't have hair. Let's imagine here. And then maybe the shoulder. There we go. There. I gave her some hair. Yes, what I do for fun? I do bouldering. Oh, weightlifting and sometimes play video games. Very nice. Very nice. Bouldering. Low key, I had considered that until COVID happened. I used to do a lot of calisthenics so that I can like do mud runs annually, and then COVID happened, and then that just kind of fell by the wayside. Now I just run most of the time. Occasionally hop on like parallel bars and pull-ups or stuff, and then I video game. Largely gaming sounds good. Now I language learn, I suppose. 今年の何はとても暑いので、もっと大きい、wait、大きいカバン Oh, kaban. She doesn't have a bag, does she? No, she wants a bag. Kaban o kaimasu. So, this year, classes.
教科書
Oh, textbooks.
教科書
This year's textbook are very thick. Are very thick. So I want to buy a larger bag. You run too? You hurt your knee while weightlifting a month ago, so I had to stop for a bit. Today I went on a 5K run with a friend. Oh man, you even have a friend? Jealous. I'm envious. You have a running friend. My hobbies are mostly physical, so learning Chinese is a nice new hobby. Ooh, so you're a physical person. Is there a disc golfing in Canada? Is there a disc golfing scene? Actually, I can't even imagine wanting to be outside frequently. The plastic would be weird. I used to disc golf. Yeah, run is daily routine. It's maintenance for me. Maintenance. I wouldn't qualify it as a hobby for myself personally. It's for maintenance. Although it's kind of hard for me to qualify language learning as a hobby as
も
well.
っと熱いノートはありますか
It's kind of just a lifestyle thing.
もっと熱いノートはありますか
Moto. You know what I mean? Like after you've done it for a while, it just feels like it's maintenance. Exploring what I can do with the language. That's more of a hobby, I suppose. What I can do to engage in the target language. Physical hobbies. I imagine hiking is really wonderful in that area.
もっと熱いノートはありますか熱いノートはありか
What the heck?
もっと熱いノートはありますか
Why would you want more thicker? Do you have thicker notebooks? Oh, I guess it's like those type of notebooks.
もっと熱いノートはありますか
Not the same type of notebooks.
このカレンダーは可愛いですね。
このカレンダーは可愛いですね。よく可愛い絵を描きました。That's not it. 可愛い可愛いけどちょっと高いです。A bit expensive.
大きくて暑いです。
You like activities that I can be consistent with? Hiking is too inconvenient because I need to drive to a hiking area, which are at least half an hour away. That's fair enough. Yeah, consistency. I can get behind that. I do feel like you have the endurance mindset. That is very characteristic of someone who enjoys the journey, for sure. I like to consider myself as an endurance mindset kind of person too. Language learning is certainly that. I can most certainly do that consistently. 大きくて暑いです。It's big and thick, guys. It's big and thick. That doesn't sound sus at all. Do I watch anime? I do watch anime. Do you? Roger Dodger. I just watched the first season of Apothecary's Diaries. Speaking of Chinese culture, it's very loose. It's quite loose, but they do talk about the patriarchy quite a bit in it. The dynastic patriarchy. Kono noto wa okikute bendy desu. Okay.
Bendy?
Bendy works.
大きくて安いノートはありますか？
大きくて安いノートはありますか? Yeah, but not as much before. I watched... Ooh, okay. I haven't watched Kaiju no number 8 yet. Oshinoko. Yeah, I have. Oshinoko I have watched. Nice. Why the sun slump? I haven't been watching anime that much lately, actually. The reason why I watch Apothecary's Diary is because someone else brought it up. So I like watching things because other people are really excited about it. I think that's a great way to expand to get cultured. So usually it's, I do things inspired by other people. Kind of like looking into this person that you were talking about and your Mandarin companion. Why am I learning Japanese? Most people I know who are learning it got inspired from watching anime. Yeah. I mean, I watched a lot of anime. I also played a lot of video games. Lots of my earlier video games are influenced by the Japanese culture. Most of my life was attached to Japanese influence, pop culture, right? So, anime, cinema, classic cinema, Shintoism. for lack of a, not to be too concise, I like their decorum, and like I have vicariously enjoyed the Japanese culture for quite some time. I feel it does have some interesting comparisons and similarities to Chinese culture. So, and was into history quite a bit. So most of the time, I feel in association with the Japanese culture. So that's probably largely why I'm learning Japanese. Why now is largely because I have an immediate family member that lives in Japan now. So naturally, we will likely visit Japan in the near future as a family. Because one of my immediate family, my sister, resides in Japan. Otherwise, maybe not. I don't know. Kind of one of those things. Kind of like echoing what you said. For a long time, always thought about learning another language, and then there were two very positive things that my lifestyle involves: Japanese and Chinese. I consume a lot of content that is almost strictly in Japanese. And then second to that is Chinese. Big and cheap notebook.
付箋は500円です。
付箋。付箋。付箋. Why does that sound like a oh no, it's not though. Sticky. We know what sticky is. We know what knife is. Notes?
付箋
Sticky notes. Oh. Okay. Usen. Interesting. I'm surprised they didn't go with a katakana word like posto it. Posto it. Like a post-it. Or just call it a postal or something like that. Sticky note, huh? Okay. Usen wa, I have a feeling it's not quite a sticky note. Usen wa 500円です。Okay. Although it is a Japanese word, so that's kind of nice. Usen. Okay, Usen. Sticky notes. So how are you sharing your language learning? How are you like sharing your experience? What are your plans? What streaming software am I using? I'm using OBS. OBS. Standard OBS. The sticky notes are 500 yen.
この付箋は高いですね。
この付箋は高いですね。高いけど可愛いです。Sure.
この付箋はどうですか？
この付箋はどうですか？ Oh, I'm noticing a not so desirable trend with how they introduce new vocabulary words. They're not as detailed. Kind of like going backwards.
安くて素敵ですね。
安くて, okay. So they pretty much took all the E adjectives and placed them in the conjunction. Honestly, I just turn on my stream for accountability and just do my stuff naturally. I'm probably going to stop using Duolingo or lazily maintain my streak and focus on graded readers and Anki flashcards. That sounds like a plan. How are you assessing your accountability over time? Winky. Yeah, yes.
安くて素敵ですね。
安くて素敵ですね。安くて素敵ですね。
あのノートは安くていいです。あの
ノート安くていい
は
安くていいです。
あのノートは安くていいです。
安くてカラフルな interesting
カラフル
な付箋を見つけましたの探します。
Fair enough.
You post on your Instagram story when I'm streaming, and as work for keeping consistent at the gym, where I just post a picture of me at the gym. I've been going every day for over a year. Ah, okay. I see. Instagram stories. Intriguing. Sounds like you have a working model for sure. Over a year. So have you been doing something else the year before?
ノート
Has this been like a
Noto.
recent
安くて
renaissance? 安くて
かわいい
かわいい
ノート
ノートが欲しい
が欲しいです。
Get more with Super Duolingo.
Yep. All right. 2 more.
使います。
使います. Oh, I wasn't expecting another kanji. 使います. Nice. So 使います. Although I'm already familiar with this one. Although I'm not familiar with how we go about it, it's probably this. You used to not be physically active at all and quite overweight. I went from 210 to 165 in 18 months. Solid. Excellent. And judging by how potentially physical you are and your potential height, 165 sounds like a really, really nice weight, actually. If you're like 5'9", if you're 5'9", 165 is quite something. I don't know what your height is. Weight, you know, weight 210 might seem like a lot unless you're like 6. 5'7"? Oh, we're the same height. 5'7".
使います。
使います. Yeah, if you're like going really hard and you're just hitting the gym, 165 is pretty. That's a lot of mass. Like what I mean is strength, muscular strength, mass. Let's say about 145, 150. Pretty lean.
使います。使います。
If you're hitting 145, 150 while consistently maintaining physical performance.
会計は1回です。
Okay, Kaikei. Kaikei looks like... Okay. Kaikei. It's probably this. This. Yeah, that looks like this radical. Interesting. Kaikei. Kaikei wa ikai desu.
会計はあそこです。会計は
あそこです。
あそこです。
Short.
会計はどこですか？
Okay.
50円引きです。
引き。引き？Off? 引き。Off. Interesting. 引き。50円。50円引きです。引きです。Okay. Right?
引き。
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 Yeah, they're using the same for the counter for animals. Interesting.
この店はとても安いですね。
この店はとても安いですね。はい、そうですね。このハサミも500円引きです。Okay, I can kind of see that. I was more expecting like この店はこの店でセール Maybe like seru. Or, yeah, seru o shimasu. Or no, not. Yeah. Or ga arimasu. この店にセルがあります。Okay.
ギフトカードを使います。
ギフトカード。Oh man. ギフトカードを使います。Okay. Nani de something. What are you looking at? Reji? Interesting. So they introduced. I could have sworn they haven't introduced Reji. So there's Reji. At least I think. Reji de kudeji to kaado o skaimasu. Okay, skaimasu. I don't remember them introducing Reji. Maybe they did introduce Reji.
ポイントカードを使います。
ポイントカードを使います。Yeah, we did get bonus card or rewards card.
このペンも半額です。
半額。半額。Price? このペンも半額です。No. Half. No. What?
半額。
Half price. Fair enough. Oh, I see the han. Okay, I see the han. So it's probably that kanji. Hangaku. Okay. Okay. This pen is half price. Is also half price.
この鉛筆は半額じゃないです。この
鉛筆は
半額
です。
この鉛筆は半額じゃないです。
半額じゃないです。Alright. Not half price.
そのペンも買いたいです。
そのペンも買いたいです。新しい What are you? Pen? Oh, she itched a pen. Or a mechanical pen? So? 新しい What do we got? 鉛筆 No 鉛筆文房具や記憶幼稚園旦那さん What the heck? 旦那さん What is that? 旦那さんThat must be someone's name. I don't know what the heck. Oh, wait. Just kidding. I misspelled it. Danna-san. What the heck is Danna-san? That just sounds like someone's name that we haven't gotten yet. Or something.
文房具
が買いたいです。But that's stationary. Okay.
この消しゴムも買いたいです。
I don't think that image helps out at all. What's going off the image? この消し 消し込む、消し込む、消し込む、ゴム、消し込む。この消し込むも買いたいです。この消し込むも、この消し込むも、買いたいです。The 200 yen off. How did that go? Biki. Right? Biki. So.
200
円引きですか？
この消しゴム
半額ですか？
半額ですか？
Oh, do I actually have one more lesson? Oh boy. It's fine. We're going all the way. We gotta complete our stuff. Okay.
何日
何日 No.
何日
学校
は何日に
始まりますか？
その鉛筆は小さくて可愛いですね。
その鉛筆は小さくて可愛いですね。その鉛筆小さくて可愛いです。今日はセールがあります。文房具は半額です。
もっとおしゃれなハサミはありますか？
もっとおしゃれなハサミはありますか？More stylish scissors. Okay.
美術
の授業が楽しみです。今日色鉛筆を買います。
そのホチキスは本当にダサいです。
そのホチキスそのホチキスは本当にダサいです。Okay. Alright.
ところで、ドイツ語の授業を選びましたか？ところで
Oh yeah. By the way, ところで
ドイツの語ところでドイツ語の授業を選びましたか？授業入りませんか？選びました。あります。ありまか。ところでドイツ語の授業を選びましたか？
選びましたか？ところでドイツ語の授業を選びましたか？
ところでドイツ語の授業を選びましたか？
Okay. By the way, did you choose the German class?
このハサミはどうですか？
このハサミはどうですか？
何日に学校に行きますか？何日に学校に行きますか？何日に学校に行きますか？
この店はとても安いですね。
この店はとても安いですね。はい、そうですね。このハサミも500円引き。
多分そのカレンダーにします。多分そのカレンダーにします。そのカレンダーにします。
にします。
多分そのカレンダーにします。大学の授業は何日に始まりますか？大学の授業は何日に始まりますか？は何日に。大学の授業は何日に始まりますか？授業はの大学の授業は何日に始まりますか？始まります。大学の授業は何日に始まりますか？か。
Okay. It was nice talking. Yeah, it was nice talking too. When are you going to stream Chinese learning? I typically do it now actually. But it's flipped. So, usually like around 9 p.m. I start with Japanese. I end with Chinese. Today was different because I had to summarize Chinese, so it took me like 8 hours. So usually like from like 9 to midnight. That's usually when I'm doing Chinese. Lots and lots of writing. Yeah, take care. Good luck with everything. I would be excited to hear how you evolve, like how you mature your writing stuff, like what you discover and stuff. I like sharing ideas. Ideas are great. Like I look forward to finding out what you discover about your Chinese education, like your Chinese learning. I'm still in the exploratory phase as well for Chinese. Well, always exploring, right? Always exploring.
大学の授業は
Yeah, thanks for the candid share, by the way. I hope you sleep well as well. I hope you get some sleep as well. Yeah, I'm about at the end here. Just got to do my kanji. We got 3 new characters today. Mise.
Mise.
Mise. Mise.
Mise.
Mise.
Mise.
Mise.
So no surprise here.
Mise.
We're actually familiar with this character because of Hanzu.
Mise.
So no problems.
Mise.
Mise.
Shock order is the same too. Not bad.
Mise.
Are those the only 2? I feel like there are more. Okay. Atsuka. Mise. Atsuka.
Hatsuka.
Mise.
水曜日。
Mise.
中。20日。
Don't do that. Atsuka. 月曜日。
20日。
Atsuka.
Mise.
20日。
Oh.
20。
Okay.
店。
Mise.
家。金曜日。木曜日。
Atsuka.
店。
No, mise me. I mean, don't 20日目。駅。Oops.
水曜日、火曜日、20日、
店。Oh no. Okay, let's just. I'm guessing you want Hatsuka, right? Okay. Good.
20日、
Let's go.
20日、
Okay.
店、
店。
火曜日、
火曜日。
木曜日、家。
家。I mean, yeah, 家。Classic. All right.
店。
Okay.
店。
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 You know? I don't think I.
店。
Which DM?
店。
Oh no! Wait.
店。
This is for oh, like Shu Dan. Yeah, like that Dan. Shu Dan. That's right. Oh, and the left character is a repeat actually. Yeah. Kaike, right?
会計。
Kaike.
会計。
Oh, they haven't. Their
会
update
計。
hasn't included these yet.
会計。
I see.
会計。会計。
No surprises here. No surprises here.
会計。
Although I'm not familiar with this
会計。
in Chinese yet.
会計。
会計。
Oh wait, I am familiar with this in Chinese because of
会計。
simplification, or maybe not. Maybe it's not the same thing.
会計。
Hmm.
会計。会計。
Hmm.
会計。
All right. Okay. And then we have Skymas. Skymas.
使い。
使います。
Skymas. And yep, no surprises
使い
there.
ます。
使います。
使います。
No surprises.
使います。
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 Oof.
使います。
使います。
That's a little bit more curved.
使います。
Whoops. Show quarter.
使います。
Mise.
Mi-
Okay. Mise.
店。
Mise.
店。店。
店。
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 Okay.
会
Okay. Okay. Okay.
会計。
会計。会計。
会計。
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 Alright. Gaimasu. Gaimasu. Okay.
使います。
Alright, cool. Whoops. Couldn't move.
使います。
Okay.
使います。
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 使います。使います。
使います。
Sorry. It's just a really angular right down there. That quarter. Yeah.
店
店
店
店
店
店
店
店
店
店
Okay.
はい
IK. IK is so random.
会計
I guess K? I wonder what else has K in it. What can I think of that has K?
会計
K.
会計
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 Ends?
会計
会計
Hmm.
会計
使います
Alright.
使います。
使います
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 使います。
使います
店
Oops. Go for it.
店
店
店
店
店
店
店
店
店
Okay. Daijoubu desu. Was the loading tip.
はい
Okay.
会計
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 Eh.
会計
会計
Hmm. Has something to do with
会計
cashier. I must.
使います。
I hope they continue to add more
使います
使い
of
ます
that stuff that I was talking about today, where they add
使
the
います
used previously kind of
使い
thing
ます
more aggressively.
使います
使います
使います。
使います
So I guess this is another unit
会計
largely filled with vocabulary. It's
会
not
計
too bad. It introduces a grammar
会
point,
計
another grammar point. I think
Kaike.
every unit that uses like a grammar point,
会
a
計
very specific grammar point, they really take it
Kaike.
slow.
会計
So you have like time to
会計
just implicitly know that you can conjugate pretty much all your stuff now. So they go through like every one of them, which is okay.
使います。
使います
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 使いま
I'm
す
just very tired today.
使います
Very tired to be a little enthusiastic.
使います
使います
使います。
All right, last exercise of the day. I think I'm okay with the 3 characters. All 3 of them. Actually, the middle one's not in Shashinko. The other two, they're either in Chinese or seen in Shashinko for a while now. Not too bad. That's a wrap for today. Oof, tired. What's a closing remark, right? A closing remark? There's no time like the present to pivot, right? And no time like enduring the journey of learning. It's lovely. It's really wonderful listening or conversing about sharing ideas and, you know, different takes, navigating maybe life changes and whatnot. It's such a different feeling when you're talking to someone who's more concerned with the journey and the process than one who is consistently focusing on the end game, right? A lot of times, lots of fear and insecurity comes from that, or it can also be projected a lot often, like, oh yeah, I screwed up before, you know, a year down the line, you don't want to be like this. And it is great to be able to see into someone's future to some extent, but I wonder if one can reciprocate the passion of being in the moment, right? You can certainly stop someone from encountering the same problems. However, in my opinion, you are more likely to be successful if you can resonate with their current situation, as opposed to saying you know better, right? Insisting that you know better and you can predict the future. I feel that can work really well to an impressionable person, someone who's like incredibly susceptible to not being hardworking or want to take the hustle. But generally speaking, I'm not a person who is very receptive to the hustle, right? It is kind of nice when people go out of their way to suggest ideas, and I certainly take them and apply my own patented, I'm gonna do it myself, try it myself, and then determine how I integrate it, right? It is not, nor do I really mind if someone decides to do something else that I'm not doing, and I expect that other people I talk to are rationally like that as well, right? Oh, so you're not doing it the same way I am. Well, I told, don't, you know, like, I'll wait till I tell you I told you so. Meanwhile, if that person do succeed, then you weren't friends to begin with, right? So that's kind of the thing. Sometimes people like to really make sure, like, the thing that they're peddling, because it often becomes an extension of them. So I'm not here to peddle any panaceas for motivation and how you achieve your whatever that you want, right? Just here to share some experience. And that's kind of what I got a chance to do. Had a really wonderful discussion summarizing the Chinese I know so far. And now I got some things to do. I don't have a lot of time this evening, but I have a few things to try out from all the people that mention random things. Exciting, isn't it? Evenings are such filled with potential possibilities. And I don't even know what's going to look like in the next 25 days. I certainly have a lot of exciting things coming up in the next couple weeks. So, until next time, right? Thanks for chilling. Thanks for hanging out. Whoever is out there. I always appreciate it. If you're going to watch this later, arigatou gozaimasu. Right? And until next time, mata ne. Ja ne. 再见. Take care, guys. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Bye.